You wanna know who your real friends are? Go through hell and watch who comes with you. Today's guest is one such friend of mine who was there when I needed the most. Welcome to the 11th episode of Stories of Common Engineering Students. This is Shivam Asurkar. It's said that a friend in need is a friend indeed. Really, a person who helps at difficult time is a person who you can rely on. It feels great to introduce one of my closest friend, Tanishka Chougule. She has completed her computer science engineering from Kolhapur Institute of Technology in 2021 and currently she has been accepted to Welingkar Institute of Management, Mumbai for PGDM course. Talking about her, she is co-founder of Designer Dio and founder of many more future ventures. Following her hobby of modeling, she has got the name Kiara Advani of Walk with World. She was chairman of CSI committee and had been an integral part of many other committees in our college. She is kind of a person who will unbiasedly tell me to my face if I am right or wrong in something, and yeah, she will not at all sugarcoat anything to you. She is a struggler and hardworking person, determined and focused as one can be. She is a friend one should keep for entire life. It has been really hard for me to take her time from her busy schedule for this podcast. But finally, we are here.
Thank you for such an amazing intro, Shivam. And thank you for having me on this podcast. I've been waiting such a long time to be here. So yeah.
I was going to add many more things in the intro, but yes, I'm doing pity on you and giving just a good intro for you. So let's continue, and I want to go. This podcast is going to be a trip down the memory lane of whole engineering, because I met Tanishka in engineering first year, and we have been very good friends since then. Let me begin with your school life. You being in an all-girls school, how was that? Like, I have seen people being more conservative when they come from all-girls school or all-boys school. When they come into co-ed colleges, like let's say for 11, 12 or for engineering also, they don't mix up or gel up with other gender so easily and they remain more conservative. But what was your take, like being introvert, extrovert on that note?
You know, when it's all girls school, it's filled with gossip, drama and so much more.
I know.
And I used to hate that thing, and I was a bit introvert. I was totally an introvert who's like a first bencher and who used to study a lot. But you won't believe me right now because I'm like totally opposite of that. Because right now I think I'm more extrovert person, and people don't believe that there was a time when, you know, my seniors in college who were in Holy Cross itself, they used to be like, how did you change so much? You were like such a shy person in school. So I guess I was a bit introvert in school days, but there was a phase in my life where I was like, I have to prove myself. That was in my 10th, 11th, where I got the first opportunity. It was an extempore competition. So that was the first time with such a huge audience, I guess I gave my first speech, and
Nice.
That was very motivating for me, because in school we had this Miss Holy Cross competition, and those professors first approached students who are rankers. So I used to be in top 3. So I remember how many teachers kind of approached me, like participate in this competition. But I was such a shy person. I would prefer to be in audience more than participating on the stage. Yeah. So I guess at that time I was scared of failure, because I thought that I won't be able to do it, because I have this one bad thing about myself, that if I do something it should be perfect or I won't do only that thing.
I know that.
Yeah, which
I know that very well.
Which is like not a good thing, I believe, because
sometimes it is, sometimes
yeah,
it
but
is
because
not.
of that you kind of miss so much opportunities.
Yes,
I believe I could have done so much better in my school days.
But that extempore was the thing which changed you from that introvert personality.
Yeah,
to
because
extrovert.
because in that competition I saw that all the first rankers, they weren't able to speak. Like, you have many rounds for that competition, and we thought that this person wouldn't even do anything in that competition, and shockingly she won that competition. So I was like, oh my god, if she can do, why can't I do? So I regretted being one of the audience, being part of an audience, than I could have done better on that stage.
Yeah. I don't exactly remember. When did we first meet?
We first met during CRs.
Oh, yeah. The CRs, the first year
CR.
class representatives. How can I forget that?
And we were called LR for that reason. That was really like...
What? Ladies representative. But
and most of the people used to tease us like a ladies' room.
Yeah, but it was kind of the same thing, CRLR. Class representative. It was kind of a big thing then, but it doesn't feel anything right now. But we both took the advantages from that role in first year also, and then in
we started as CR in first year, and till fourth year we were the CRs for like first year, then for our CAC department.
Second year. After second year, I don't think that.
I think no one.
We were undisputed CRs for third year.
We were assumed to be CRs for the next 2 years.
Yeah.
And I think we took a lot of advantage because of that, because we were involved in so many committees, and अपना like जो भी attendance था वो उसमें हो जाता था, काम करके लेते थे हम लोग.
It is said like why you are like mugging up to teachers, or why are you being so sticky to teachers? But let me tell the frank truth, like what my perspective is. It's not we are like following teachers and all those things. It's we are taking that for our own advantage.
Exactly.
And, like you won't believe how many favors we have taken from teachers. Attendance was sorted. We never had to care about what we were doing.
Late assignments, we were given an excuse. We could convince directly to teachers.
So, to be frank, there are more advantages of being CR than the other things that we had to do.
Yeah, we didn't
we never did like hard work or so being CRs. But it was fun. It was great experience as such, and we were exposed to all the professors in our college.
The networking we got because of that. We could directly contact to HODs, professors, whatever.
Yes. Going on to your, how did you land up in engineering? I want to know the whole story. When did this idea of getting into an engineering college came? How did you prepare for it?
So my 11th, 12th were a complete disaster. I didn't get only कि पढ़ाई कैसे करनी है. Entire day I used to go to classes, 3 individual classes, then practicals, and whatever I used to get remaining time, I used to debate whether I should do theoretical or I should solve those MCQs. So I was trying to figure it out, and then I got कि already 12th हो चुकी है.
Wow.
So yeah, and then the reason I took engineering, I guess it was because of most of my friends were going to engineering, and then I had this idea about that when I go to CSC computer engineering, I'll design these apps and websites, and that pro people know, which I didn't actually. So yeah, that was the reason I chose computer engineering, but it didn't turn out the way I wanted it to be.
Yeah. Going through the whole journey of first year, I want to know your experiences. How was it? Participating in different committees, cultural events, being in the spotlight for many different activities. How was your first year in general?
First year was really amazing. Like, my mom says that she misses her school days, but I am like, I don't miss my school days. I don't know for what reason, but today when I see back, with the most cherished moments I have is with you guys, with my friend circle, that is engineering days.
Nice.
Because we had such an amazing group of people. Yeah. So in first year it was amazing. It was amazing to get to know you all, and then different we have committees like TEDx, Walk with World. We had different committees, so we were participating as a volunteer, and because of that we got to know different people from different branches.
I want to point out that Tanishka has been part of many different organizations in college. She has participated in Avigyan, TEDx right from the first year till all the events that even in departmental activities she was involved, whereas it was enough for me to participate in
You
one
were just involved
organization.
in college events.
Yeah,
College level.
yeah, so it was like participating one big event is enough for me rather than participating in everything. I was also handling other stuff. I had other things on my plate, so I couldn't give all the attention to each and every event in the college. But yeah, I know you were participating in departmental activities also, central level activities also, cultural most of the things. So how did you manage all those things all together? Like I remember a point, let's say from December 2019 to March 2023, you were like a part of 5-6 different organizations and including your own startup and college and exams and everything. How did you manage through that all that stuff?
I think I was enjoying that phase, and I believe if at that time, if you want to do something, you'll always find a way or time to do that thing. So it is all about time management.
Definitely.
When I'm doing my startup thing, I'm totally into it. I won't pick calls from college or any committee I'm getting into. I'll first complete my work. And after I complete my work, I'll get involved in college events. So it's all about managing your things at that time, or giving priority what you want to do. What is your priority at that present moment?
Yeah. 101 skills from Tanishka Chougule. A book coming soon. But yeah, along with that, you were a part of cultural activities too in college, and most of it was because of your modeling career, your stardom, doing all those photo shoots that I remember. The famous song Oyara. So Tanishka has been part of this album, a lead role of this album, Oyara. Go search it on YouTube and do.
Please increase my views.
Stop branding here also, bro. But how was that experience? When did you got into photo shoots, branding, collaborating with all these brands, these famous brands like sarees and jewelries,
Mahindra Jewelers, yeah.
Jewelers and all these things.
So, I remember in my 11th and 12th, when I used to prepare for JEE and CET, my sir used to tell me, like from the first day onwards, he used to tell me ki, if you want to do engineering, do it from IIT or you will end up in KIT. And guess where? 95% of the audience from our class ended up in KIT.
Nice.
So from start, I used to think that KIT is something like really a low level college, because that's what we were told from the start. Yeah. So with that mentality, you go to college. And I guess my mom was kind of really like angry with me because I couldn't get into first year or second year college, and I ended up in third year college. So I was like, at this moment, I am living in my own city where I have my vehicle. I don't have to cook any food. So I need to make most of this opportunity. And yeah, मतलब कुछ काम ही नहीं था. सिर्फ, yeah, you just need to attend college and that's it. So I was like, I need to do something. I need to make the most of this opportunity. And suddenly on Instagram, I get a message from this photographer that I want to collaborate with you, and this is the brand, and I want you to work with this. So that was the first shoot, which was a collaboration shoot, and they liked that shoot. And again, he approached me that, this is another sari brand, they want to work with you. And which was a complete disaster if you see my photos, because that was my first. I didn't know like how to pose, how to give an expressions. So, but I don't regret it, because it was like one day shoot and something 7 to 8 outfits. So I was completely tired at that time, but I learned a lot from that shoot, because right now where I see myself, I've come quite a long way. So
of course, the first thing that you do, and then if you are iterating through it, like the 100, you'll of course see, going back, you'll see what
with every shoot you learn something different about.
And yes. But totally, it was great, and you posting pictures, this stardom you had created. Everyone used to call, Tanishka, our professors used to know that what you are doing, and I believe many of the professors have also taunted you that why are you choosing this career of doing engineering and computer science? Go for modeling.
Yeah, exactly. And that used to happen mostly during our internals or externals. Because I don't know how they used to see, maybe through Facebook or Instagram, I don't know how.
You are famous, bro.
Yeah. But Oyara happened because of the last shoot I did for Mahindra Jewellers, which was a huge deal. And I think after that, I got approached for Oyara.
Oh.
So that was a very, I always wanted to work in an album, but I didn't know how. But somehow, when
Things
happen.
You got the opportunity.
Yeah, and I was like, if I'm going to get this opportunity, I'm not going to leave it. I just have to do it.
Yes, of course. I've seen most people who, as you rightly mentioned, that if you are in your own city and you don't have to invest most of your time in other course that usually when people move out of the city do, you have a hell lot of time after your college or after your office hours. You can utilize that time to reproduce many things for your own benefit, your skills. You can increase all those things. Going on, what was the other biggest challenge that you faced in the 4 years?
In 4 years, I guess it was the second year, which was like the lowest phase I was going through, because I remember you were doing so well when it came to coding.
Me?
Yeah, I guess you were doing fine, but I was really doing bad. I mean, मेरा तो Hello World का program भी run होता था without any errors, which is like just 2-line code, but that used to give so many errors. So I was like so frustrated. I didn't know like what I'm going to do with life. So I remember one day I was so frustrated and I just came home and I was like, what am I doing with my life? Like, I had two options. I could just continue 4 years of engineering and then get a job and then complain about the job I'm doing, like so many people do. Or else I could utilize this time in finding what I really wanted to do or something where my passion lies.
Yeah.
So in second year, I guess when I was like, I need to do something with my life, and I started searching on YouTube and I got this graphics designing course. I started with graphics designing, which led to video editing, and I applied for my first internship in second year. I was not sure what I'm doing with my life, which were like scattered puzzle pieces. I didn't know what my second or 2 years are going to look like. So I started working with this company as a graphics and video editor, and guess what, it turned out to be a digital marketing company.
You realized you have
yeah, so I used to work with these people and I used to hear this terminologies about digital marketing, SEO, Google AdWords, and I'm a person like, if I'm involved in something, as I said, I need to be perfect. I need to know what this conversation is about. So I used to go home and I used to search all these terminologies, and I did YouTube से ही मैंने course किया, and then which led to Google certification, Coursera course, and also and then I guess within 6 months I again applied to the same company to work with them as a digital marketing person, and they were very happy to take me because they have seen my other work also, which was quite an advantage because you already know designing, you know editing.
Of course, yes.
So I used to work with them. Mostly, I had theoretical knowledge. I didn't have any practical knowledge. So working with the startup company was a huge deal for me because I wasn't restricted only to one area like social media. They used to give me tasks involved with SEO or with Google AdWords, Facebook AdWords. So I didn't have any restrictions, but instead I got a 360-degree overview of what this field looks like.
And then you realize that you have an
this is something I love doing, because I remember in third year I got my first client to that company, which was a clothing company in Kolhapur itself. I pitched for them, and I was like, आपल्या घरी बोलतात की ₹1 तरी कमवून दाखव एवढं वाया घालवतेस. So I started earning like in third year itself when I got my first client for that company. So I was like, okay, this is something I love doing. It's not something ki I'm following a certain crowd. This is something I genuinely love. because
Nice,
along
nice.
with college studies, assignments, along with the committees, I used to also work in this company right from second year. And in college, I remember I used to always look at clock, ki bhai, when is this lab going to end? Because I used to hate coding, and when I used to come home after assignments and all, I used to work for this company, and till 2-3 I used to work, and I used to not even realize that it's so late because I used to never check the time, and I knew that
you'll just flow in that zone, and then you'll keep on working.
I knew that this is something I wanted, this is something I like doing.
Like if you can see, if you are involved in it, you'll sit till like late 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever the time, you'll complete the job and then only get up. But if you are not at all interested, you'll find every excuse, every reason.
You just prolong the work.
Do it, to procrastinate it, whatever it is. But yes, you have done, I assume these were the first 2 internships that you did. But after that also you have done, like, I remember 4 to 5 different internships with different companies, through different, you got those internships through different platforms. So what was that, doing internships in marketing as such, and where would you use to fetch those internships? 'Cause
I guess
in this period, getting internships is a big deal, and you completing in those 4 years, 5 to 6 internships is a huge thing.
Exactly. So I guess getting your first internship is always difficult, but once you get your first internship, you have that experience to show you know what you're doing. Getting the rest of the internships is not a big deal. So for me, I had done like unpaid internship for a year in the company that I said, but it wasn't about money, but it was about getting an experience in that field, because as I said, I was very frustrated. I used to think that I'm nothing in this engineering field. But when I started working with this company, I was very confident. I knew that this is something I'm good at. So I guess getting your first internship is always difficult, but after that, you will always find a way through all these online internship portals that you have. You can always get.
Once you create your own basic building block, then the rest, basic foundation of whatever experience you want in, let's say marketing. I did that in application development. My first internship, I did for 2 months, 1.5 months in lockdown at the end of 3rd year. But with that, I got the opportunity of next internship, which was paid, and I was paid handsome amount of money in that internship, which led to my other internship again, and then the job. In job interview also, I pushed all those things that I did in my last 2 internships, which led to my like placements in college itself. So do the first internship, no matter how small it is, no matter it is with money, without money, they are paying you something or not, but do it. It will help you in your second, in third, in fourth, in fifth, and it will go on in the same way. Yep, going around to your startup, you and Digvijay Bopre, the famous designer duo, how did you initiate it, and what was like the thought process behind it?
So as I said, I was working in this company, and in second year, at the end of second year, I got someone approached me for designing. So that was something I was doing, but suddenly, one of our professor called me. He was coming for aptitude to our college. So he gave me a call. He said, I have heard that you're working in this company and you have experience. So work for me and mere company ke liye branding karo. So he was like just frank. So I told him, I was kind of scared because I haven't done like individual marketing for any brand as such. So I was very scared, and then suddenly I started working with him. I did work for a month or so alone.
Yeah.
And then he introduced, he loved the marketing and all I did for him. So he told another one of his friend that she does really good stuff. So he approached me. So workload was getting more increased.
Yeah.
And at that time, we were working in Abhigyan. So that's how I got to know about Digvijay. And he was really good with video editing and graphics designing. So I was like, if I could share some of my load with someone, if tomorrow I'm not well, I should have a backup plan that, कि उनका काम तो होना चाहिए, रुकना नहीं चाहिए. So that's when I called Digvijay and we had this long talk. He was like, yes, let's do it.
Going on, so I want to know, how did you go through the third year and fourth year academically and through placement wise? What did you do? Did you participate in placements as such? Because you didn't like coding at all. You were not interested and you didn't wanted to go on that path totally. So what did you do in those third, fourth year?
So I remember in third, fourth year, I was quite confused because my startup was going really well. I knew I didn't want to do coding, but I was still trying to figure out if there are any other roles involved that do not involve coding. Should I do MBA or MS? If I have to do MBA, I was kind of scared to do it in India because I knew how JEE and CET kind of turned out to be. So I was like, if I get if I don't get up to the mark, up to that score, I wasn't ready to do MBA from like 30 or
of course, yes.
From
no
that
one would want to.
Yeah. And if I have to do MS, it wasn't clear that if I really want to do, because whenever I spoke to my seniors, they always told me that somewhat at 20-30% you have to do technical knowledge to chahiye, coding to involve hi hoga. So I wasn't sure if I was ready for it, but in that confused state of mind, I did I sat for that placement. I didn't have any technical knowledge as such, but still I could make up to decent companies.
Yeah.
But at that phase also, I was getting offer for my startup offers were really nice.
Yeah, you got one or two opportunities from Pune itself. You had told me that people are trying to place you for marketing positions itself or branding and designing positions, but you were clear so such small roles you didn't want it. And then I remember you going through you were not interested in technical companies, but you were interested more in non-technical companies from CSE department. You had gone to our placement officer and HOD and asking them when will the non-technical companies be there.
So I did apply for these for company placements in college, and I did get placed in SLK.
Yeah, I know that story. SLK, how you were fighting because you had got SLK Bangalore office and you wanted to shift it to Pune. I don't know why.
It wasn't about location, actually it was about job role. So the job role I got in SLK Bangalore was of software engineer. And when you guys got placed in the company, I remember you were so happy. And when I got to know that I got placed in SLK Bangalore, I was so stressed. I was like, how am I going to survive doing this technical
in Bangalore alone?
Yeah. Not alone, but it was about the role. It was software engineer, and as I said, I didn't want to get placed in technical stuff. I knew coding was a must in that job role. So I remember I wasn't at all happy. Instead, I was so much stressed at how I'm going to survive in this company. And after, I guess, a month, again that company came, but for another role and for another location, that was in Pune, and for business analyst role. So business analyst role is all about, technical to thai, but more about getting to know your customers, their requirements, फिर SRS documents banana, flow chart banana, how this entire.
This is what was portrayed to you before joining the company. But how was the experience after joining SLK as a business analyst?
Oh my god. It was total disaster.
Horrible?
Yeah. It was expectation versus reality. So when I got placed in this company, the work schedule was so tight. I mean, I used to not even get time to have my food or for my lunch. That was...
Seriously?
Yeah. I didn't love... the work environment was very toxic. But I also knew that how much I have struggled to get this business analyst role, because Bangalore wale mujhe chhodne ke liye tayar nahi the, and Pune wale were like, if they don't, like, we want her, but if they don't allow you to join us, then
you were already signed in for that position.
I remember. I remember through LinkedIn, I approached directly to the company head who was handling SLK
No.
Pune. Through LinkedIn, I approached him. I told him that I'm really interested in this role and stuff. And he was like, let me talk once. And next day I got to know that काम हो गया है, मुझे already Bangalore, Pune मिल चुका है.
Nice. But eventually then it turned out to be completely different than expected. And I assume you quit your job in less than
3 months.
I was going to say 6 months. But in 3 months you quit your job.
Yeah. It was not about job, it was a pre-placement offer, so I had to do this internship of 3 months. And then it was when in August, I guess, we got our results, and once we get our results, they told us that we'll convert it into job.
Yeah.
So I did complete the 3 months internship that they offered, but after that I didn't continue with the job role.
Yeah. But at this point, when we were going through our placements in 4th year, initially there was a company, there were 2-3 companies which had only aptitude and the technical exam was not at all there for Capgemini or TCS and all those companies. But I remember you struggling through that aptitude phase also. Like it's just it's easy, it's not that hard to get into such companies, TCS, Capgemini, Wipro and all those things. You just have to brush up on your aptitude and logical mathematics, reasoning questions and all those things. So do you regret that you didn't had all those? You used to hate mathematics.
Actually, I love mathematics, but as I said, that was the phase. I was really confused that what I'm going to do with, like, I had so many job opportunities. So I didn't prepare for aptitude as such. For MBA, I know how much I have prepared. But
I know Tanishka from a phase, like for TCS aptitude exam, how much I had helped her. And right now, when she calls me and tells me in the CMAT exam she has scored out of out in mathematics, and she was cribbing that where she lost marks in verbal section. So I was so proud of her. Like she struggled a lot. I know she struggled for last 6-7 months, more than that maybe, to get this type of MBA college. But this was a complete change from her. Like the last year of engineering where she wouldn't even like try or give a effort to solve mathematics questions which were for aptitude, and now the CMAT exam, she has scored out of out in mathematics. A complete change.
So I guess you guys have prepared for aptitude at that time, but I didn't prepare anything for the aptitude because like I was still in that mentality that maybe marketing मतलब बाहर से मैं marketing का कोई भी company ले लूंगी. Yeah. So I was in that mentality, but then reality check मिल गया.
There were not many opportunities.
Yeah, exactly. If you are,
I'm sure that if you would have got those opportunities from those companies, from respectable companies, you would have cracked them.
Yeah.
But अपने college में था ही नहीं वैसा कुछ.
Yes.
How would you even expect, like computer science engineering में
I wasn't
technical companies क्यों आएंगे?
I wasn't expecting like non-technical jobs. I was more preferring ki outside jobs through online portals. I'll crack these marketing.
Off campus is really tough.
Off campus, which is quite tough.
Yeah, off campus is really tough for those.
Yeah, you need a lot of experience, and first of all, you need your degree, which I realized. So I was like, when I was working in SLK, I was really confused, and I was like, I don't want to do this job. And I did,
so you quit.
Yeah, I remember Monday ko joining tha, and on Saturday I had a conversation with my parents, and I told them I don't want to do this. And on Sunday I called sir, and I told him
on Sunday, too on a Sunday.
Yeah, on Sunday morning I called him, and I was
call करके क्या बोला? I resign, I quit.
No, थोड़ा sugar coat किया. I told him that I'm not continuing with this job, and on Sunday I quit that job.
Nice. But you could have done the most savage way quit with that company.
I have done actually, but I won't tell you.
Okay, but after that, I believe you were still confused about MS and MBA, what you want to do. Even after quitting the job, engineering was done, but you were still confused a bit on what to take on MS path in foreign country or pursue MBA and get some good college in India itself for marketing or a general management degree?
So after I quit my job, I was very sure that I want to do MBA. But while that one, because ऐसा नहीं होता कि कल मैंने सोचा कि I am going to quit this job and next day I did. Of course, there was a phase where I was thinking a lot about MS and MBA. MBA I wanted to do, but as I said, I was really scared of these MCQ exams that happen in India. And then you have these reservations and all. And I come from open category. So I didn't know if I'm going to crack this second year or even first year colleges.
Yeah.
So I guess at that time I had one of my senior who got placed in the same college, Welingkar itself, and I had a conversation with her. She was like, it's a profile based college. So when she said profile based, I was quite happy because I knew I have good profile. And and I have a valid experience in the field I want to do MBA. It's not invalid ki IT ki or MBA mein MBA marketing mein karna. I had prior experience in marketing itself. So I thought that if I am going to do MBA, I'll play where my strengths lies. Like I didn't give CAT exam as such. I did give CMAT.
Okay.
Because I knew कि CAT के लिए भी, if you want SP Jain or these great colleges, you have this cutoff कि 95 above चाहिए, and then we'll consider your profile.
I know.
Welingkar was such a college कि cutoff कम था, but it's totally a profile based college.
Nice.
So पहले से
you had shortlisted 3-4. I remember 3-4.
I told you even at that time कि I want Welingkar only.
You had there was a good priority list that she had made. Like I want this college, this college, this college, and based on I remember not month ago you called me and told me I got this 5 number ka college, this 4 number ka college, then 3rd college, then 2nd college, and then we were waiting for
the first
I was sure कि Welingkar bhi ho jayega, but yeah, that was a long process. The results didn't come out very soon. It was a very elongated process. But finally, yes, you also got Welingkar, PGDM, the course that you want in Mumbai itself, not the Bangalore branch, but the Mumbai branch. Great. It's amazing to achieve that level with all that struggle that you did in last 1 year after quitting a job.
Yeah.
There are very few people who have clearly defined their goals and who work that hard to achieve their goals, their priority list and all those things. I know that you are one of those persons that once you set that target, yes, I want to do this, no matter what, you're going to do that. I'm sure about that. And there are very few people like you who can focus so much, say no to everything else. That is one thing that I really love about you, that you have the power, you have that skill to say no to things, no to people, no to something that someone wants to do, and just focus on your stuff. I want to inculcate that skill, and maybe someday I'll learn from you. But yes, how easy it is, how hard it is to say no to everything. Like I cannot say no to even like basic things. I don't know why, but I'm always up for anything that friends do, or if someone asks something, I'm always yes. Why? How can I be a no?
I think it's all about priority. If you want to do something, you'll do it. I mean...
Yes, I have priorities, but I have clearly, I have clearly defined my priorities.
Yeah.
But there are some things that I cannot say no. I don't know why.
I think I wasn't this person before. I was like... Even it was hard for me to say yes to everything. But I had these experiences with people where people start taking you for granted, and, it's kind of, because I'm a person who is very emotionally attached to a person. I used to be. And,
used to be.
Yeah, I used to be. Now I'm not, because I had such terrific experiences. So I was very...
Life teaches you experiences. Yeah. 10 years of school teaches you how to make friends. 4 years of engineering college teaches you who real friends are.
Yeah. So right now I have stopped being emotionally attached to a person. I talk with him, but I don't get really emotionally attached to that person. I think it's all about keeping your priority and keeping yourself first, because you never know if you're going to get along with that person, specifically if you're a very emotionally attaching person. So
I know. I've been through this, and yeah, this is one of the things that I'm going to spotlight in my life henceforth, that keep yourself first, no matter what, no matter who's standing beside or whatever the situation is, wherever it is, keep yourself first.
Because what I realized is, if you are, even if she's your best friend or he's your best friend and you have one priority set, he's not going to think about you while getting that opportunity. He will always think that ये opportunity मुझे ही चाहिए, मैं ही लूँगा. If there is only one seat available for that opportunity. So anyone will think about himself or herself first during that situation.
Yeah, totally. This is one thing that definitely one day or not I'll learn from Tanishka, that saying no, the power of saying no, even to small things as such. Like whenever in college we used to go to eat something like sandwich or street food or McD or anything, Tanishka used to be like, no, I want to go home, I want to eat home food.
I think that was because of modeling, I guess, because I was like, in my school days I was weighing a lot and I had struggled through it. Like I was weighing 68 kgs at that moment. Different, but I was kind of very chubby person at that time.
I haven't seen any such picture of yours while you were
वो archive में है मेरे Instagram पे. But after that, coming from 68 to 52 was kind of a big deal for me.
You're 52 right now?
Yeah.
Shit.
So I have gone, like I was very into fitness. And I was like, I'm not going to, like I do have cheat meals and all. I eat outside, but not every day, because somewhere I'm like, I want to have this balanced meal, very nutritious thing, which is a good thing actually in today's lifestyle.
Yes, I have always been the skinniest person. Everyone used to say till first year, second year, but then lockdown happened and then
yeah, we have seen you.
The effects of lockdown, but I'm getting back now. I'll be back on my, but talking about eating the right thing, it is said if you eat good, your mind stays good, your body stays good.
Exactly.
So coming back to the topic of getting admitted to Welingkar, the acceptance from them, I know that was a very anxiety period for you. You used to call Welingkar offices every now and then. You used to call me and tell me that yes, you didn't get a reply yet, and you had paid fees to other colleges. You had taken admission and paid huge amount of money to other colleges for admission, but you are still waiting for Welingkar to open up their results. And even after opening up, you were on the wait list. And the whole process was too much anxiety for you.
Exactly.
For me also. Well, you used to always call and tell me all those things. But how was that period and how did it end up everything?
So, as you said before that I had this priority list colleges, and really it's kind of a joke that पूरे reverse order में मुझे colleges मिलते गए. Like first, the college that was on the 4th list, I got that first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then
so that after that they give you a short period of time where you have to pay the fees. So I did pay the fees. I was like, what if I don't get into the other top 3 colleges? So I did pay the fees, and then after 15-20 days I got a college which was on 3rd list. So again I asked for the refund. I paid to the 3rd college. Then 2nd happened. So I took the 2nd college, which was SIS Mumbai, and
there also you had paid fees, and then you had asked for refund from the 3rd college.
Yeah. So that was like really terrific experience, because my parents were like, it's like gambling. You are gambling your money to all the colleges as such. So when I got into Welingkar, I was like, it's a profile based college. So I was very confident that I'm going to get into it, because the previous interviews that I did for the other colleges, all the professors were like, why you're applying? If you have such a strong profile, then why aren't you applying for IIMs? Why you're coming to our colleges? So I used to always tell them that I have played my CMAT exam on my skill set. I knew that I'm really good with interviews. My profile is strong, and as such, I didn't know how my aptitude is going to go, or MCQs as such, because luck and me don't go together. They're like totally opposite, north and south pole.
But yes, how was the feeling after getting into Welingkar? What was it?
It was a very amazing feeling as such. But when I got the first result came out, I was into wait list.
Yeah.
So I remember I was going for a shoot and I was like, मेरा wait list number 188 था उसमें, मुंबई के लिए. Bangalore मिल जाता.
Yes.
Mumbai was in 188. So I was like, 188 is such a huge number. I'm not going to get into this college. So I literally gave up.
Lost hopes.
Yeah. So I remember you calling and you were like, try for it.
No,
maybe.
I was like, yes, there's all those things that happening. Like you got all these colleges behind in your second, third, fourth priority list. I was sure like, yes, kuch to hoga, but you'll get the first college also.
Yeah, and I remember I was going for, so they have, if you're going to go through this waitlist round, you have to fill this form. So I was like, this number is 188, I'm surely not going to get into it. So I had just given up, and then I was going to the shoot, and I remember I got a call from this lady from Welingkar college itself, and she was like, why haven't you filled the form? Today is the last day, 5 o'clock in the evening. So I was like, ma'am, this is my rank and I don't think I'm going to get into it. And she was like, just go to our website and see the last year waitlist number student who has got into that college. And when I saw it was 300.
Whoa.
The next thing I did was I just filled the form and I submitted it. Nice. And the next list
eventually after the first wait list announced,
second list I got into the college.
The first wait list ended up at 170 or something,
178 and my rank was 188. Yeah.
So obviously it was like, I remember even after the first waitlist, you are like, don't know you'll get or not. I was sure if the first waitlist has ended on 178, definitely the second waitlist will go above that and you'll definitely get admitted to it. I remember the night you called that you have got placed into Welingkar. You had just got the acceptance 2 hours before or something like that. But it's great. And then after that, your mom putting status, your brother putting status and everything. Your mom is your biggest fan, right?
Yeah. You will see that on my Instagram.
For everything, may it be modeling, may it be any small achievement of Tanishka, her mom, definitely there will be a status congratulating Tanishka on achieving this.
I have to block you on her WhatsApp status.
But yeah, that's a good thing. Like, many people don't have so much support from family, of course. Parents are always taunting like Sharma ji ka beta. But your mom is not like that. She's really supportive of you, and it's a good thing to have. It was a great journey of yours, getting placed into SLK, quitting it, and then working hard, and then getting into one of the elite colleges for your MBA degree. I want to take a super personal Q&A with you. We know each other for so long. I want to take a quick Q&A. I want quick answers. So, let's start. How much have you earned from Designer Dio till now?
I won't tell you an exact amount, but at least I can buy an iPhone Pro Max.
Whoa. Who is your idol?
I don't have an idol as such, but I do have people that I look up to, and I analyze some qualities that I want to pick from them, and I try to imbibe those qualities in my lifestyle.
Amazing. What is your favorite kind of music?
Soothing songs, any soothing.
What is your favorite food?
Homemade food.
Seriously?
Anytime. Maa ka khana best hai.
What is your biggest insecurity?
My biggest insecurity is mostly about losing people or losing friends. Or maybe I'll not be in touch with them after 2 or 3 years.
Whoa. Don't have that, bro. I'm here. You can call me anytime, anyhow. I'll be there. What is your biggest fear?
Biggest fear is I'm always ready to do hard work, but I always fear that I'll not get an opportunity to prove myself.
What do you do in your free time?
I'm kind of lazy, so I kind of binge watch or sleep.
What is your current series that you're watching?
I just finished watching Stranger Things Volume 2.
Oh, is it recommendable?
Yeah, it's really good.
I watched only the first one, but later on I'm not good with series and all stuff. I don't want to commit so much to anything right
You
now.
have commitment issues.
Yes, bro. Experiences. What do you want to improve about yourself?
One thing I would like to improve myself is to be more organized. I'm very disorganized person as such.
Nice.
What would you like to improve about yourself?
I'm pretty much perfect. I don't want to improve anything in me.
You have a misconception, dude.
Why are there so many rumors about your relationship status?
कुछ भी ऐसा कुछ नहीं है.
There have been many, bro. Come on. I know.
Maybe people love talking about me. What can I say?
Oh, the stardom
Yeah.
that you have got from so
Gossip
many
girl.
albums and photo shoot.
Yeah.
This is kind of a disadvantage of being Tanishka's friend, that there are many people who will come up to you and ask you to introduce Tanishka and them together and all those things. This has happened with me personally many times, and maybe I have told you this, that for one person, one or more than one person I have did this, that I have told all your bad qualities, that Tanishka is very much egoistic, she's full of tantrums and everything, she is very not a good personality to be with, and I have moved them away from your paths. Yeah, I'm such a good helpful friend of yours.
Nice.
But this is kind of a disadvantage.
Yeah. Maybe if you would have found me a good guy, Nadin.
I don't want to take that burden, bro. You can find yourself one good. I'll say don't try to find someone.
Let them find me.
Yep. Love will happen on its own. Don't chase it. That's it. What I have learned. But yeah.
Personal experience hai kya?
No. No comments. Yeah, that was end of my Q&A, and it was really fun, great, amazing to talk with you. Any last piece of advice to listeners, that any quote that keeps you going on day-to-day basis, and any motivation that you have that keeps you, that makes you wake up early, grind through the entire day?
I think I've always have this one motive in my life, that maybe 3 to 4 years when I have a job, I always have this dream that I'll make my parents' dream come true, and second is to make my dreams come true, and third is to do something related to social work. So I always know that I have these 3 categories, and to do that I need a lot of financing. That is, I have to work a lot. So this keeps me going. I never, like, people ask me, where do you see yourself 2 years from now? I don't know where I see. All I know that I have got today, and I have to make most of it.
Amazing. Nice. It was really great talking with you, Tanishka. It was amazing.
Same here. It was great talking with you. Maybe 15-20 years we'll have our own company. Who knows?
Definitely, sure. Yeah, thank you everyone for listening to the entire podcast. Keep on listening to stories of common engineering students.